Hey everyone! So today I'm making a really happy video. I'm so giddy when I'm holding this. See sec. And it's just, I thought it was finally time for me to enter the system officially. Uh, Whether it's acknowledged or not by many people, at least I have something that says, hey, I am who I am. So I've been DIYing the medication for 15 months now, and recently I had surgery to have my gallbladder removed because I had gallstones, and it could or could not be related to the hormones I was taking or my health and everything. So at the end of the day, it's still a good idea to get into the system officially. Now, why didn't I do that in the first place? Because I don't know. I was scared. I was depressed. I needed to start my medication as soon as I can. I paid the money. I got it in my hand. When I took that first pill, it was like a cloud lifted away from my brain. It was like years of depression just went out the window, and I was scared, but I felt happy that I took that first pill. And halfway through the first month, when I first started feeling tingles in my chest, knowing that it was starting to develop, there was no going back. I knew I was on the right path. So the thing is in Hong Kong is if you want to enter the official system, you can do either private clinic or public hospitals. If you're going to start queuing up for public hospitals, the rate currently is probably something like a year. Now, if you're young, you're 16, you're 17, even 18, you can wait that possibly. And then once you wait for that system, once it's your turn, you're at the front of the queue, you go to see a psychiatrist. Now, psychiatrists, depending on how you look, how you live, or questions they ask, you might have to see them a few times. So that probably be another few months. And once that's done, you go to the actual doctor. Doctor, test your blood, see if you're allergic to anything, do this, do that. Probably another 1 or 2 months before anything gets done. And then you're finally prescribed to a low dose, probably not enough just to see if there are any negative effects to your body. And then after that, maybe the dose goes up to what you really need. So it is a very long progress. Me, I started when I was 30 years and a half. I'm a late bloomer. I felt so late. I was depressed. I just needed it. I needed the pills. I needed to start my progression, my transition. So that's what I did. But, now that I've been on HRT for a year now, over a year, and that I've been living every day as a woman now outside, dress, the way I feel, the way I do things, I felt this time I needed to get into the system, not just for cheaper medication or to get recognition in an official sense, but also that I know eventually I'm going to need blood tests. I'm going to need my liver checked. I'm going to need, my kidneys and everything and my heart checked. I'm going to need to be able to have my breast checked for breast cancer because that's how my mother passed away. And so I am at a risk for that, and the sooner I get into the main system, the sooner I have access to these health services that I will need in my life if I want to live a long and healthy life. So that's what I've done. Now, I still don't want to wait for that. So what I did was I went to a private doctor first. Now, there is this local organization, charity organization called Quarks HK. I always put that Discord down there. They're very friendly people. There's no judging or drama in the group. Please, if you're that type of person, they will kick you away and whatever. And they all speak English in there. So, and they have a list of medical professionals, and I looked at all of them, and the nearest to me that I felt was comfortable with was a Dr. Wong. Now, his office is, when I went there, it's actually someone else's private clinic, and his name is just an A4 paper that they just printed and stuck on the wall, but that's fine. Before I say anything else, the price was $2,000. I thought it was going to be $1,000. That is expensive, right? Some of them only charge $1,000 for an hour. So if 2,000 is too much, find another doctor. And then it was another 500 to get these papers. So 2,500. But because of the way I look, the way I answered my questions, and the way I live every day already, it was a one and done. So when I went in there and I saw Dr. Wong, I was like, Quarks HK recommended you in the professional list. And my ID's mail, look at me, like, so I'm here to, get in the system and stuff. And he knew exactly what to ask me, he knew exactly what to say. He was very gentle, very kind, and, I felt comfortable. He never asked something too much, never asked something too little, and the whole process was just very smooth. He kept writing down the most important things, and he'll come back to ask me a few follow-up questions to see how I felt about certain things. And when I was there, I was also very honest to him. I said, "Look, I know that I need certain papers and referrals and stuff." And he was like, "Yeah, I know." And the end of the session is like, "No, it's totally fine. Obviously come back if you not feeling well mentally and all of that, but otherwise, yeah, he will just get the papers done and all that." And it was a very smooth process. For me, when I got the paper, as expensive as it was, I was just really happy to pick this up. Where this paper says it's a generic paper because it has my name on it, and I was so giddy. You can see how much I'm smiling now just looking at it, and it says, it says my name. So it says my boy name, of course, because it needs to match my ID card, but underneath it says 31 years old, trans, female, and I was having a very bad month, but this thing just doesn't stop cheering me up. And the letter is like, the above named is a trans woman. She has gender dysphoria and is under my treatment since January 2022. Real life experience in her identified gender, i.e. female, is an important part of treatment. For example, being dressed as Miss and being treated as a female individual in social contexts, and using gender-specific facilities such as female toilet, female changing rooms is an integral part of real-life experience. Please kindly facilitate her treatment and gender role transitioning. Thank you for your attention. Some Hong Kong people, in broad terms, they call this the toilet paper, because if I didn't have this and someone was to clock me and say, "Hey, you're a guy," and call the police, I would be in trouble. But now that I have this paper, technically, I won't be in trouble. And if the police came and I showed them this, if the police doesn't know anything, they might still arrest me. But in terms of legal sense, I can use this as defense and say, "Hey, I didn't commit a crime. I'm a woman." And no matter how official this paper is in the general sense of Hong Kong, it's still really nice to have something like this that says, "Hey, you are." So yeah, I paid the bill and then I left holding this paper, and I was so excited. I posted on my Facebook, my Instagram, and so the other piece of paper here is the referral for the endocrinologist. Whoops. But anyway, the actual doctor, as it were. Please kindly assess the above name, who has gender dysphoria, issues on self-administrated gender affirming hormones for 15 months. Please kindly give your expert opinion and management for her gender affirming treatment. And I believe, because seeing a private doctor is expensive, I'll be asking for the doctor to A, refer me to the public hospital so I can start the queuing up system, and B, I'll do that next month after my next paycheck. So just to make it easier to manage. But yeah. And a lot of the Hong Kong people seem to be recommending Dr. Ting, who's in Mong Kok, has an office in Mong Kok. She supposedly has an office in Central, but I think that one, they said that is not there anymore, so it's just Mong Kok, which is fine. So yeah, that was my experience with just quickly going in there, get my questions asked and ask me, and then very friendly environment, as expensive as it was. So yes, kind of surreal experience, really happy, and I'm not sure I can add anything else to that, but if you're in Hong Kong, your sister, and if for some reason that you just can't wait anymore, definitely check out one of the doctors in the Quacks Discord list and see, which one might be okay for you. So thanks for watching this video. I'm so happy, so giddy. Sorry it's all over the place. Take care, have a nice day. I'll see you guys soon in the next video. Bye.